Hiring and job search have evolved. The old way just isn't going to cut it. Hello, everyone. My name is Tessa. I'm the Director of Marketing at IdeaPros. And today I have a special partner who's going to talk to us about hiring, but more importantly, the app process. So you, sir, and can you, Kassem, is it, how do you pronounce your name, Kassem?
Kassem,
Kassem, Kassem, and he is the founder, creator of Lander, and we launched, and we're so excited. It has launched on the website. You can actually go check it out at trylander.com, but don't leave the feed yet because he has some cool stuff to share with us and talk about building an app. Also building an app that's really making a difference, is going to make a huge difference in the industry. So before we dive into what Lander does, I want to say we do have other recruiting platforms. We have all different kinds. Each one is very unique in its own right. I know I see Bongo over there. You guys are, we just happen to have Lander launching right now. Can't wait to feature Bongo as well when the time comes, but very different approach to hiring and actually the job search process. So before we dive into what the app does, what made you decide to come up with an app for this?
I guess the need to be different. We needed to have something changed within the process that's been the same for the past decade. It's pretty much candidates go and conduct extensive job search and spend hours and all that stress level that's just accumulating. They're moving from one platform to another, doing job searches. So it technically becomes a full-time job to find a job.
Right.
And there has to be something more organized. There's no organization within the platforms that we have nowadays, and that's pretty much how Lender was born, out of the need to bring change, something that everyone needs, even hiring managers as well.
Right. So you came from the maybe candidate position. So you saw the need in the candidate side. And so really your goal, I love your mission statement too, but really what you're trying to, this platform will accomplish. Can you give that big overview for us?
Absolutely. So the main concept of Lander is gonna be, think of it as the old chat rooms that we had back in the 90s. I don't know if some people can
I
remember that.
remember.
So when you go and click on one chat room, and then it opens up all of these other subdivisions, like certain topics that you want to talk about under one main category.
Right, like a forum kind of thing.
Exactly. And that's how Lander is going to be. So, for example, when you have the business category, there's a lot of subcategories that fall under that. There's payroll, there's project management, there's human resources, etc. So when a candidate, for example, he wants to be, say you have a candidate that's pursuing a business degree and he's interested in multiple fields. He doesn't know exactly which field he wants to tackle first. So he's looking to consider multiple fields. So what he can do is he can go on Lander, he can submit his profile, pretty much a resume along with a 30-second video, and we'll talk about that in a second. He can submit that into the multiple subcategories that he's interested in. He can submit it into payroll, project management, human resources, and that can be the end of it. Let the jobs come to the candidates, so to speak.
Which is such a new concept in the first place, right?
I mean, it brings the needed organization that we all need. Especially, it reduces the stress levels. All you do is just submit it, and let's see if hiring managers find your profile, interactive, and they get in touch with you. And they can even look for direct jobs in these subcategories.
So job listings.
Exactly. Hiring managers will have the ability to post these jobs specifically in these subcategories. For example, you can look for jobs in payroll for payroll, and that's it. You can apply to it, call it a day. So whatever used to take you hours prior, now it can basically take you maybe 10 minutes or less and be on your day.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's take a look at the website because I have the privilege of working with you to help create this, the website vision. That's what marketing department really helps to create the digital footprint for our partner businesses. So I'm going to share my screen, hopefully. And you guys have to bear with me. I literally had no power up until like 2 minutes ago. So we are going to do the best that we can here. So let's see for a second. It might, I'm hoping that it will work. Okay. So you should be able to see my screen now. Yes. Okay. Now we've got it. All right. So this is Lander, and you can get early access. We're going to put the link in the chat too, but you guys can actually sign up and get access the moment that it launches. It actually has already launched technically, but you're doing the early access for a little bit longer so you can kind of get everyone in the flow of it, right? And make sure everything's set to go. But you can get early access, and there is a back end that you log into. So it is a progressive web app. Is that the best way to describe what it is?
Yeah, pretty much. It's very easy to use, also very user friendly.
Wonderful. So I'm going to go down the site here real quick, and then you have created a video for your brand, and I'm not 100% sure if this audio is going to play, so you guys will have to help me out and give me, and you can tell me if you can hear it. Like I said, my whole thing is a little bit off today, but we're going to play the video here. Can you hear it?
Yes.
You spend hours looking at job posts or resumes, which can be challenging and stressful. That's the old way. Lander changes all that with a tier-structured job pool system that makes it easier to find the right positions and the right people. As a candidate, you create a profile including your resume along with a short video about your professional achievements and goals. Submit your profile into one or multiple targeted job subcategories that interest you and broaden your opportunities by browsing posts in multiple job subcategories that would not otherwise be seen in a targeted search. Our personalized approach brings the jobs to you. As a hiring manager, you can go straight to a job subcategory to find talent for your open job position and post job openings in multiple job subcategories. Our approach forms an organized arena where employers and candidates can connect on a level that's deeper than a piece of paper. Go to www.trylander.com and sign up for early access today. Lander, beyond the resume.
Awesome. That was so cool. Now, I have to say, we created a video for you, but you actually had this, you found the talent for this, you wrote your own script and everything. So I'm very impressed.
And that you got to think different every now and then. That's the point of being an entrepreneur. You have to be different.
Absolutely. But do check out the website. It's trylander.com. I'm going to put that in the chat for you guys. And, obviously it's been a long journey as is being an entrepreneur. I mean, it's a never ending journey, right? So, but along the app development process, like what have you learned that you could really help? I know we do have a lot of app partners over in the chat. So if you have an app, give us a thumbs up over there. But what have you learned that you could share with everyone?
The first two things I will tell everyone: be patient, give it time. Mistakes and delays will happen along the way. I should know. We started doing the business research on this literally from, I would say, July maybe or August 2020, literally in the direct hit of COVID. And then some delays happened in 2021, and then pretty much we started working towards the end on development. So delays will happen, expected, but just be patient. And one of the most important things that I've learned is you have to get involved.
Absolutely.
You want to do something different. IdeaPros is awesome. They're going to give you ideas. They're going to coach you. They're going to guide you. But at the same time, you have to do your part. Get involved. Don't just wait until they get it done for you. There's a lot of aspects that you have to consider besides development and web creation. There's a lot of stuff that you have to take care of on your end. There's trademark. There's if you need to file for a patent, if you need to do the business license, if you need to get the domains, website, etc. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do on your end.
Yes.
Kind of like the problem that we had this morning when I discovered that we were having issues with the info domain that we're
Yeah.
used. So the emails were not getting sent to the subscribers, and that's when
Right.
I went on the web host and took care of it. So, like I
Exactly.
said,
There's a lot of pieces that could go wrong in the process. And I
yeah,
think a lot of people just sit back and say, well, everyone else is going to solve this problem.
yeah,
But I love how you literally were on with your hosting and where the email is hosted and trying to solve the problem, creating your own video. Like, you don't leave it for everyone else to do. You actually embrace it and jump right into it. So that's awesome. And I think that's a huge part of the reason why we were able to launch now, right? Even today, is because he has not sat back and just let it happen to him. He's out there getting it done. So I love the site. And you guys can experience the back end CRM system. One of the other things that we were working on today was making sure that the right emails get out by automation. Like you said, delivery things, you have to always be keeping a track of your systems too. I know I had, little things like you can have your email doesn't go over anymore because you changed a password somewhere. So just know that you always have to keep tabs on your business. You're never going to be able to just like let it go. It doesn't automate everything. You can't automate everything in your business.
I
So
wish there was something like that, though. I'll tell you that.
I know, right? I mean, it is just making sure that everything's still working. I mean, on the app, that's going to be a continual process, and you're going into right now, it's launching, but you still do have kind of a soft launch. So you guys don't be too judgy on it. It is a soft launch for Lander, meaning that it's going public, but there will always be things that you need to change in an app. And so, adding feedback forms and things like that through the system that we use, Go High Level, he will actually be able to put a feedback form in the site or a web chat even that could just be like, do you have an idea you want to submit? So you can keep track of what people are submitting. And we had a whole show about beta testing. So if you haven't watched that app, people can check that out on our Facebook channel and on the blog because it is a process. Like, you're going to want to keep people in and using the system actively. So I'm excited to see how things go for you and to see those numbers going up in the back end, all the contacts and everything. So if you guys haven't already, head over to trylander.com and sign up, get early access. And as soon as the apps as soon as you're ready, you can distribute the login information for people. So you'll be signing up and putting your profile information in there. If you're a recruiter, I would say reach out. There's a contact form on TriLander. Maybe there's more opportunities for you to get involved or share the information out about Lander for sure. So awesome.
It's going to be beneficial for candidates and hiring managers alike.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love the idea that video, to me, that was one of the things that was missing. You can have LinkedIn video or you can post on social media, but you really don't want people to spend a ton of time on your. I mean, that's probably just a way of the world. They probably are stalking you slightly. I mean, that's just a fact. But you could have. In fact, my first marketing job was because I had a video out that was on my resume, and that's the reason why I got hired by a very large San Diego firm, is because no one else was using video and I was the only one. And in my training class, they said create a video, so I just did it and put it up on LinkedIn, and that's how I got my first marketing, break. And so I think that's be a cool little integration to have in the system. And I'm really excited for you. Over the next month, we'll just kind of keep tabs and see how Lander is doing for sure.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And let me just do a quick comment on what you said about the video and the privacy. You're right. But think of it as this way. The reason why there's going to be video in pretty much all future platforms coming up nowadays is because it knocks down that wall that you usually see between hiring managers and candidates. For example, when you're submitting a resume, all it is just going to a pool system that a hiring manager just looks at a resume and that's it, but he doesn't know the person behind it. And that's pretty much what Lander's aim is. We take out that wall, we give the candidate that competitive edge that they need to talk about their accomplishments and what they're looking for, their goals, and the hiring manager can actually compare the resume with the person to get a feel if they would be a perfect fit for the company culture and go from
Yes,
there.
absolutely. I think it's huge. I mean, I want to say that I'm forecasting because I like to do this. I like to look in the future. I mean, I think that these apps are going to help create the right relationship. So, you're building a relationship and a long-term one, not just I'm going to have to try these candidates and I have to, kind of like feel them out. I feel like you're going to actually get more of a connection and bond and a relationship out of that
Exactly.
initial conversation that can take it further. It's a good fit for your team. It's a good fit for you. The candidate can feel like that company's the right fit for them too. I mean,
Yeah.
as much on the employer side, I think it's like, is this Nike and they have daycare at it? I mean, like, you're selling your company as much as the candidates are right now in the market where there are more people than there are, the jobs seek the recruiters are desperate for people who are going to do the work right now. So, but I'm excited. And one last thing, I mean, obviously you've been able to work with the marketing department. Well, and all of marketing or all of IdeaPros. What was your favorite part about working with IdeaPros?
Favorite part, I want to say the feedback and how everybody, like, a lot of comments and a lot of guidance was provided along the way, and what to do and how to do it. That's because literally, as I guess you want to say, a beginner entrepreneur, you need guidance from people who've actually been there, who've actually done that, and that's honestly, that's priceless information. You can't put money on that. You have to get it from someone who's experienced it, and that's exactly what's awesome about this.
I'm
Even
glad.
even sometimes when I reach, even sometimes when you would reach out to Fred, he would guide you and give you opinions on what to do. So that's the best thing, honestly.
Oh, excellent. I was like, hint, hint, it's the website and marketing, right? I'm just kidding.
Everyone, everybody,
Everybody's
everybody,
awesome. Everybody's awesome. But it's so
everybody's
much
on.
fun. It's so much fun to watch people kind of grow in their business and what they're doing. So I'm excited. I've seen you from the beginning and all the way through, and you just beam with happiness that it's launching and it's finally here. So congratulations.
It's an exciting day. It's going to be an exciting year. There's going to be a lot of businesses coming out, so it's going to be an exciting
Awesome.
year for a lot of people. Yeah.
Awesome. So, actually, we have a couple questions, and this is really good things to know if you've got an app. In fact, Sean Reed he has an app, it's Sage Scheduler, and I'm sure he'll put his chat in there on that. But he's asking, how do you get paid, or how do you charge for your services? So this is really good monetization question.
Good question. Pretty much, it's 100% free for candidates, and hiring managers would actually pay a monthly subscription fee.
Service based, yeah. So it's subscription based monetization model for you.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Awesome. And Bongo, I see you over there. I know you're live. Oh yeah. And let's see. There were a couple things. So recruiting. Oh, this is from Hector. Recruiting the right people from an organization is crucial. Great app idea. Sounds awesome. Thanks, Hector. Very good idea is what Vanessa says. Now, Vanessa has a product, an IdeaPros product with Zwizzy. But if you're needing to hire Vanessa, you might need to go post over there. So just to clarify, you can post a job. So me as a recruiter could post a job and put it in the category is basically how it's going to work. Awesome.
Right. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you again. And I know this is going to go out to a whole bunch more people. So if you're watching this and you can give a little support to Lander, head over to the website, sign up, at least be part of, beta testing it and give some feedback. We'd appreciate it. But spread the word, share it out, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and put you down here. Beautiful. All right, guys, don't forget we do the live stream every Friday at noon Pacific time. So if you haven't already, hit the bell so you can get reminders. And or in the chat in the post, there is a link for getting reminders by text. We'll text you before we go live. Today was a little unique because I had no power. So thank you guys. You are my diehards. You show up. I appreciate it. Yes, the company contact. So if you go to trylander.com, there's a contact form at the bottom, and that goes straight over to Kassem. See, I tried to say his name, Kassem, and he will reach out to you. And thank you guys. Oh yeah, Daniel, totally. Teamwork makes the dream work. And that's what IdeaPros is. But you know what? This is a family of entrepreneurs at IdeaPros and on our Facebook page. So it's not only all of the people in IdeaPros, but all the entrepreneurs can, benefit from us being all working together and collaborating. So I'm glad you're here, Daniel. Good to have you here. Katie, nice to have you. Freestyle's coming out soon. I love it. We're getting her website all done up. And I'm going to put these up. Oh, and we have a congratulations. And yes, Vanessa has Get Zwizzy, which is actually ordering product right now. I'm so excited. And Sean Reed, I saw yours, that Sage Scheduler, which is on the brink of launching as well. I can't wait to have Sean Reed on when his product launches. So guys, I know it's Friday. You want to get off and do your important weekend things. So thanks so much for spending the time with us every single Friday. We'll see you all next week. Have a blessed week. Bye.